I've been up messing around with this since, wow, it's been about an hour. 7:30, 7 in the morning. I've been up trying to just finish editing my video. But for whatever reason, CapCut is not messing with me. It's not doing what I needed to do. And it's honestly pretty bad because I spent maybe an hour editing yesterday and I probably had another hour to go, and I was probably gonna be able to get this video out and done to YouTube later today, but CapCut was like, nah, bruh, you finna do this all over again. So instead of wasting my time trying to get this file to open up and whatnot, an alternative idea is I'm just gonna upload it to the cloud and hopefully I'll be able to open it up from there since it'll be on their cloud, on CapCut's cloud. Other than that, the morning has been pretty chill. Been drinking my bottled water. Nothing too crazy today. But that's been my morning so far. I am about to go ahead and make some freaking breakfast. I'm just gonna take a piece of chicken that I made yesterday and add some eggs to it, and that's about it. Nothing too crazy. But I'm not gonna lie though, I am upset about what the freak is going on with this CapCut, but hey, you can get mad at it, I guess. I can, but it's whatever, honestly. And today I'm gonna reach out to somebody who told me to reach out to them on Tuesday. I'm gonna call this girl.
Hello. Good morning.
But you still sleeping? We're about to make some breakfast, about to make some eggs. And like I said, the chicken yesterday. So, got the new wireless microphone. Only thing about it is, I was checking the audio yesterday, the video I was recording, and it didn't seem so great. So, I'm gonna give these out a try as well. I'm not gonna use them today because I don't really need to. Anyways, my body is sore, y'all. My upper neck hurts. With my lower neck, I don't know, my upper shoulder, neck, I have no idea. This hurts. But it's bicep and back day. Honestly, because my back is kind of hurting, I might just skip back and do a little bicep. But I'm primarily about to go to the gym to go in the hot tub and then the sauna. So obviously for privacy reasons to other people, I'm not gonna record that. But I'm also gonna go ahead and get out the house today too. Should I cook tacos or eat tacos? I don't know. I guess we'll find that out. I wanna hang out with Tatiana today too, so we're gonna see what she got planned, if she got time to hang out. Maybe we'll go walk the belt line or something. I want to start talking about a couple of risks that I took, right? And I'll tell you about my first one, going to college. That right there was probably the cause and effect of where I'm at today, honestly. I grew up in a small town, Columbus, Georgia. So most people, when I say Columbus, they say Ohio. And I'd be like, no, Georgia. And honestly, there's nothing out there that I seen in my environment, right? The best job that you can get is working at a warehouse or for an insurance company or something very generic almost. Nothing wrong with those jobs, again, nothing wrong with them. But for whatever reason, having foreign parents, my mom from Mexico, my dad from Africa, West Africa, Guinea, it's like, I don't know if I was just born with it, but I just had big dreams. I was like, well, talking to my parents growing up and realizing that they not even from Columbus, but I'm here. And they decided to come here after they done traveled the world makes me feel like, well, at least let me go travel and see where I settle. And so I didn't really ever have any opportunity again outside of my hometown besides the military. The military is always the way out for people. But I decided to go to college, and I decided to go to Full Sail University in Orlando. And going there, it was super easy. I didn't even have to take my SATs, ACTs, whatever, right? I actually had a teacher. I honestly, to be transparent with you, I was gonna go to the Air Force. By the time I graduated high school, I was AAC certified in brakes and chassis to be a mechanic. So I was gonna go to the Air Force to be a mechanic. Took my ASVAB, everything looked good. And then what happened was, is like I had a teacher. She really honed in on me, and she was like, at least apply to one college. And if you get in, you should consider going. All right, I'll consider it. Let me apply to one college that I'm familiar with, and I'll see what happens. I only applied to one college, and this college accepted me and guided me to get in, not knowing in the back end they just really wanted some money. But that conversation is not about that right now. This conversation has to do with alignment and risk taking and the guidance, and honestly my first encounter with God. Because as soon as I graduated high school, I was in need of money. Working, I needed to pay for rent, a month or two of rent before my financial aid kicked in. And so I was like, well, I'm not gonna be able to go to college if I don't get this money. So I decided to go work at Walmart, which is also a very common job in my city. You're either working at Walmart, you're working at Teese's, you're working at a warehouse, whatever. And so I was working there, and what happened was, well, I guess this is really the first time I got fired. But I was like a kid, right? But anyways, I was basically not doing my best effort at Walmart and dropping barbecues and whatnot, and I got fired. And I was like, damn, I didn't know what to do. So I had a friend who was a part of the youth groups in church or whatnot, and she had a conversation with me. She was like, why don't you pray about it? And I said, well, I don't really know how to talk to God. I don't know the words of the language or the vernacular. I just didn't know. I just thought it was super proper. And she was like, no, just talk to him with your heart open and as if he's your friend, he'll understand you. And I was like, alright, whatever. So I remember that when I got fired from Walmart, I remember I'm in the shower, I'm head down, closed my eyes, and I just started talking and what I thought to myself. And my eyes are closed, but I started getting this overwhelming feeling of me like smiling. And as my eyes are closed, I promise it starts to light up bright in my closed dark eyes as I'm talking and addressing God and asking him to help me overcome this obstacle, and in return I would look further into my faith. Listen, God, if you help me get this money to go to college, when I get to college, I'll do better with my faith. Right? And he delivered. In the next couple days, I ended up landing this contract job. Perfect. It was a perfect job. It was a job that just allowed me to work that summer and that's it. Even if I wanted to stay, I couldn't stay. So it wasn't allowing me to get comfortable. So I stacked this bread and I ended up going to college. And I went to school in Orlando by myself. No friends, no family, nobody down there, just me all alone, focused on school. And I held up my side of the deal just like God held up his side of the deal. I started reading the Bible. And man, that alone, I didn't know where to start. And I didn't want to just start in the beginning. So I started reading Psalms and Proverbs because I just wanted to collect wisdom. And man, it was some things in there that really lit me up. And I just found this foundation that led me to this foundation of personal development and started and creating this life that I started to see for myself at a younger age. And then from there, God introduced me to people in my life who are still in my life to this day, who are pillars of my friend groups and who I know will be great people in my life. I'm happy to say that because as you grow up in life, you're gonna lose people in your life. You're gonna lose friends. I think I only talked to maybe 3 people tops from my hometown who I consider my friends. And even then, it's barely any communication. Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like everybody's on their own path. And everybody's doing their own thing. And I'm happy for the people that's in my life. But I'm even more happier that I took the time to really try to hold up my side of the deal, because it really enlightened me. And it really started to push me forward in the way that I was really craving. Anyway, I say all that to say that the risk of me going to college started to lead me down this path of understanding my faith and understanding myself on a different level. And of course, it was something in my plan that I never anticipated, but because it was a God's plan, I just followed the intuition. That happened when I was 18 going on 19. I'm 26 years old right now, going on 27 in September. I felt like I lived 1,000 lives because of it. When I mentioned to y'all that I'm gonna be like vulnerable and like, it's because now I live in Atlanta. And it's just a city of smoke and mirrors. And I never really got with the vibe on that. I've always kind of maintained this authentic, genuine person of who I am. And because of that, I feel a little isolated. I don't try to keep up with the Joneses on that, on every aspect. Like, I'm human, like, I'm not perfect, still flesh. In the most part, man, because of those 1,000 lives that I lived, I'm really in this homebody locked in phase, right? But say all that to say, God is great all the time. Even when you think that something is going against the plan, it's a part of the plan. I think the moral of the story is really just kind of me giving the glory to God, because from the looks at it or not, I've been through it, went through it, still going through it, but with mercy on my soul, right? I got a lot more to say, but I want to get my creative flow going, so bear with me on these videos, because I promise you they're going to get better. These videos are going to get better. I'm just tapping in. I'm learning new things. If you ever watch some of my older videos and compared it to the videos now, they're going to be a little better. Trying to remove the fluff, trying to remove the bull, trying to get straight to it, trying to give you the value, trying to give you the inside scoop of my life, let you know what's going on. Because I was on Instagram earlier and there was this one dude and his content stood out to me because I can appreciate the vulnerability that he presented to the world. Vulnerability allows someone to understand that we're human and it's not perfect out here and we could just keep going, but we gotta connect with each other. We gotta connect with one another. And this is what the social media platform is all about, is connect to one another. So this is why I wanna do it justice, by doing better, by putting my best foot forward on these videos, but remaining consistent, because that's gonna be the hardest part. Let me show y'all the trunk since it was so messy last time, right? Doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Going this way.
On Friday from
He emailed me and asked if I was bad.
sure.
Hey, listen.
How she feel is pain. She said ain't gon' be the same no more. Sorry for the change. Sorry for the pain, me no more. I'm sorry for the heartbreak. You can get what you want from the yours. Put you on a flight. We gon' put stamps on your passport. I'm sorry for the habit. You said I'm dead and you, that's tragic.
You currently reside.
Get out there and really. So I just finished doing a webinar or something to get into life insurance sales. Only reason I'm even considering this, honestly, is because it's a work from home. You create your own schedule. A couple of my friends work for this company, and they're doing pretty well for themselves. And I just want something to keep the residual, keep the money coming in, right? As I'm focusing on bigger and better things and maintaining to be self-employed, right? So that's what that was about. But now I'm starving. About to go make some tacos, but my camera got a charge, so I'll be back. Been a minute, man. What you got going on over there?
Dude, food, that boy out here, Buckhead, bro. Bottles is still over there. No, it's not. It's not. Oh.
That's your fork?